It's week 2 of the NFL, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Colts and the Packers, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
Couple of teams here who began the year with wins. Let's see who can make it 2-0 as off we go in week 2. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick, who unfortunately had that rookie season cut short at just 4 games. Good to have him back from Florida, Anthony Richardson.
I don't think it's hyperbole to say that when Anthony Richardson came out of the draft,
Fights off a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. Packers pick it up. Well, this one's certainly off to an exciting start, partner. Hopefully this is the type of energy we're going to see the whole way today.
defensive coaches, Kate, love to say, steal a possession, find a way to steal a possession. Well, they stole it on the very first play, and now put their offense in the driver's seat.
So now it's the Packers getting out on offense for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
You really do love these moments as a quarterback, bouncing on that field, energized by what your defense just did, giving you a gift at the turnover and some really optimal field position. Wouldn't it be rude, Kate, of them not to accept that gift and put an early lead up to really crush their opponent's spirit?
And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up.
Ready!
Dillon, a first down carry. Now right forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Shut up! Go!
From the 22 on second down. That's complete to Musgrave. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The rookie out of UCLA in on the stop. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Here we go, shot!
Shotgun now for Love. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Let's go!
Shotgun give down to Dillon. Takes it in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. A.J. Dillon, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Colts with their offense out, their second drive coming up. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Andrew Cooper there to make the stop. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing now, Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feel.
He loses the football. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they got to be looking to one another. Hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
A 2nd down throw here for Love. This one taken in by Kraft. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
1st down throw. Here's Love. Pass it down close. And this is down all the way to the 3. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Check go.
Lloyd. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense. Again, a run with Lloyd. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Offense working quickly. They run once more with Lloyd. He runs it across. Touchdown! The Packers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Marshawn Lloyd with the touchdown. Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Packers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. And Brock, they are not up to a good start. 2 drives, 2 giveaways. I think they could call this a win if this drive just doesn't end in a turnover.
Yeah, there's got to be some voices of calm within this offense to play smart, not scared. Play smart and take care of the football, but you can't be scared to make a mistake. But typically, one will follow.
Big gain downfield. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap.
Still
because
first
the
down.
holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. It's a completion to Michael Pittman Jr. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. Our score, 14-0. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They'll have it 2nd and 8. On the shotgun, it's Richardson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess. Even even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Richardson. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And the pressure drives them backwards. 4th down's going to bring out Matt Gay and the Colts field goal unit for the first time. This is from 35 out on the left hash. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that'll get him back to 11.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him.
Go!
Putting the tight end in motion. Thrown on 1st down, Love. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Love from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Colts are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. 2nd down, they go pass here, and it's intercepted to kill the drive.
And that is one way defensively to get your teammates off the field. That was all about anticipation. Great move there by the defender to take it away and put his offense on the field.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's Richardson. And he can't escape. The Packers drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert. We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. The Colts with the football.
Got it. Ready?
1st and 10 from the 41.
Get it.
Richardson now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Colts operating from the hurry-up, rushing back to the line. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the... Simply drop it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
On target to Downs. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st. 4th down's going to bring out Matt Gay and the Colts field goal unit for the first time. He was good on his first kick. Gonna need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Here's Matt Gay for the Colts field goal. Ball on the left hash, the distance 53 yards. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Returns looking good so far. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Packers offense headed out late in the half. They still have access to a pair of timeouts and a little time left, too, so points very much still in play here before the half. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. They're working quickly here. Trying again following the sack. Makes the grab in bounds left side. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Into the hands of Romeo Doubs. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. So 2nd down coming up. Loves to throw again. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Nick Cross has it. And the Colts make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Drops to a knee, and that pesky final second runs off. So we're to the end of our first half. And with no halftime report this week, it seems we're going to get right back to the field for the start of quarter number 3. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he goes out a little short of the 40. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the pistol, here's Love. One's dropped for what would have been a nice game. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go.
They've got a man in motion. 2nd and 10. Love trying again. Finds him over the middle. And he's marked down. Looks like at the 32-yard line. Offense in the hurry up now. On 1st and 10. Here's Love. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Colts get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Rashawn Gary with that tackle. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Give to the fullback, diving straight ahead. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Here we go. Set. Go.
To throw, Richardson. Misfire there, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Let's go.
Back to throw, here's Richardson. No luck on the connection, it's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Richardson on 3rd. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. Colts going to kick this away now on 4th, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez on for the punt. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Now begin the drive with Dillon. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Takes the handoff, now Love. Connects on the crosser. Give him 32 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
Kate, I've probably seen a million balls thrown in my life, and maybe even more. From the time I was in high school all the way here to the pros, and over all these decades of watching guys throw it, and I'll tell you what, I never get tired of watching a laser like that.
Brought in close to the 8. It's a Green Bay touchdown. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
On now is McManus to kick this away. His return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Colts offense set to head out. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this 3rd quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent, but in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
Let's go now.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Completes this one to Gregson. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. This set it down starts with an option right. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Colts ball. They're down on... Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Ready?
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. It is cut left side. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Now Richardson to throw. He's got Pierce. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. They're just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
All the way, touchdown Indy! The Colts can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the fourth. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. He fields it from the 8. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. On the move, headed right. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Love from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. Love out of the shotgun. This one taken in by Kraft. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun now for Love. This finds Dobbs. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10.
Go!
Throwing it again here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Love now to throw. They did it! He made the interception! Kenny Moore with the pick. And the Colts have some new life in the 4.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
He's on the move. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first place sets him up now at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Richardson back to throw. What a clutch play late. He intercepts it. Edger and Cooper takes it away. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, kid. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Taken in by Dobbs. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That 100-yard mark, it's as coveted by receivers as it is by running backs. And he's now reached it with that last catch. Thrown on 1st down, Love. Watson with the catch. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he has them a 1st down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning.
Let's go.
Going right back to Dillon. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. Offense to the line for second down. From the gun, it's a give to Dillon. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. It's an option to the right on third down. And he's going to make it down to the 15-yard line. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. As they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. Looking to throw. He finds it beyond the marker. Touchdown, Green Bay. I should know this by now, but I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Packers lead by 15 now. On now is McManus to kick this away. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Colts ready to take the field. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Gets this one to Pierce.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in. Couldn't
connect on first. It's second down. Here's Richardson. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Into traffic, complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. A bit of desperation on this Steve. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the 4th. Approaching the final minute here, they need to find a way to defy the odds and get this back. And the Packers are able to recover the kick.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Running up the middle, Dillon. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee and let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So a historic venue in football sees yet another win as the Packers take this one at Lambeau. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2-0. So that's it for us here. Brock Huard, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Green Bay.
These players are on the last year of their contract. Choose from 4 preset offers that range in... It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Packers and the Titans. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It's the building that was open the year the franchise. Nick Folk ready to do the honors. And we're off and running from Nissan Stadium. Fielded at the 7. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
Last week is one of those weird spots as a quarterback, Kate. Right? You celebrate a win. Every win is so hard in this league, but as a QB, you also know when you throw more interceptions than touchdowns, you're very fortunate to come on the winning side of any game at this level.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go, set. Go.
From the 36. Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Now here's a look at his production from last week and the part he played in his offense's victory. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Let's go.
Love. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he'll be touched down after a big play. First down, ball at the 36. Loves to throw again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. These guys have gotten off to a hot start, Gronk, in spite of these injuries that have occurred along the way.
You know what, Kate? If you and I traveled to every training camp, I think we'd hear the same thing. Next man up, next man up. These teams know it. The players know it. You hear the talk, but then you got to walk it, and this team is. I know it's early, but this is looking like a group who could be built for a playoff run as long as this list doesn't go too much longer.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing Love. That's complete to Musgrave. And they take him down right along the 30. Pushing the pace right away to start the game. Love throwing on 4th. Lays out. What a catch. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the first.
Go. Let go.
Working inside the red zone. And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. And leading them out is their 2nd-year quarterback from Kentucky. He earned several starts as a rookie. It's Will Levis.
And if he could only flip that 3-to-1 ratio, have it be 3 touchdowns to 1 pick instead of the other way around, I think we'd have seen that loss flip to a win as well. Clean slate this week. We'll see what he's done to address the showing from his last time out.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Like 49.
The first carry here for Tony Pollard. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, I knew it at the time. I think everybody did. We knew the Legion of Boom was special, right? That entire secondary, but their safety's ability, Earl and Cam, to come downhill, to make those tackles behind the line of scrimmage as he just did. Yeah, I mean, you appreciate great safety play like that.
His first throw is an interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. What a call for their first pass of the game. It would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Bronx, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did their homework, number one. And number two, Kate, as Russell Wilson loves to say, the separation was in the preparation.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Let's go now.
Throwing from the gun. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down. Love from the gun. Chased out to his right. That's into the hands of Dobbs. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. They're set up at the 35 now. First down throw. Here's Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Trying to work quickly now. Finds the in route complete. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A gain they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. All right, here we go. Second down. They send the tight end in motion. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Go.
From the red zone now. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line. Shotgun now for Love. And he's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers parlay the interception into points. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Packers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Titans offense out to the field, ready for their second drive. And a big setback for them to overcome early, Brock, giving them points off that interception. And for a quarterback, a tough way to start the game as well. They got to shake that off.
Yeah, but this is where you really do start to see just the cream of the crop. The quarterbacks that are the best in this league flush, no matter what the circumstances are. But especially the negative ones, you flush them away and you go persevere.
And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. It's a 2-score game early. More from Nissan Stadium coming up after the break.
Right 13, right 13.
The give on second to Pollard. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Devon Bullard bringing that play to an end. That's going to be 6 on the run, so that brings up third and right around 8.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break
breaks through, and he might break away. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
I can guarantee you that's going to be Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Pollard, and he's brought down for a loss. That's the rookie from Texas A&M who took him down.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Called that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans make it a one-score game in the first half. Point after by Folk is up and good. And the Titans cut the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their 3rd touchdown in 3 drives. The big play nets them 17 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Packers. Only took them one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Love. This finds Dobbs. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. Love out of the shotgun. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. Diving, it looks close. They say he caught it. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Nashville. The Packers driving ahead.
Ready up.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
2nd and 10, Love trying again. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a 3rd down. Takes the handoff, now Love. Rolling left, buying some time. And they take this in for the score. The Packers grow their lead just before halftime. Jordan Love, the touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
On now is McManus to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Out come the Titans for another offensive possession. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series.
Like 49.
Levis now on 1st down. That's going to be caught. Tony Pollard. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Brought down by Quay Walker. Here's 2nd and 5. Brought in by Burks. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They're now set for 1st and 10. Levis from the shotgun. Wow, wide open here. Complete. And he... 25 before going out. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10.
Right by 4. On.
Levis throwing again. That pass complete to Boyd. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
On. Like 90.
Levis to the air now. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans make it a one-score game before halftime. Folk with a point after. And the Titans cut the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Let's go now.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. That's complete to Musgrave. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Throwing, Love. Ball finds his running back. It's A.J. Dillon. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Set. Go.
Love from the gun. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. To the sideline and intercepted. No, it's incomplete. He had the pick. Just couldn't hang on, though. And this drive lives on to see 3rd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
3rd and long for him here. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. You can revisit that play in the future.
Everybody rushing back to the line. He beams one deep right side. He's got it inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers will add to their lead at the end of the half. Christian Watson with the touchdown. McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers double their lead to 14. On now is McManus to kick this away. Jackson now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. They put a receiver in motion right. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down by Quay Walker. One last play before the break. He's back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So we've reached the end of 2, and it's the rest of the league can wait. We'll see how they're faring later. Our focus, it's on these 2 teams as we skip halftime and get right back to this contest. On now is McManus to kick this away. Jackson now to return it. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So here's the Tennessee offense getting ready to start our 3rd quarter. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. That's brought in by Calvin Ridley. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
Like 90, like 90.
Boyd will go in motion right. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
And the Packers are there. He's hauled down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. They send a man in motion. 3rd and long. Here's Levis. Has the connection to Ridley. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. The Titans sending out Ryan Stonehouse now on 4th down to in turn send a punt away. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss and now gets this one away. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. The Packers send receiver Christian Watson ready to go once again. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter.
Let's go.
They kick the running back in motion. 1st down throw. Here's Love. Got his target. It's Dillon. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Shotgun now for Love. Escapes the pocket. He'll wind up and hit to deep right. Big gain downfield. It's a Green Bay touchdown. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers stretch their lead to 21. On now is McManus to kick this away. Jackson now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. So now here comes the Titans on offense. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game.
Mike 54. Yeah, Mike 50.
Throwing now on 1st down. Levis. Okonkwo brings it in. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Now, as we get a chance to look at their picks from this year's draft, Brock, we see a lot of names that are set up to help this team, both this year as rookies and down the line as well.
Yeah, you really see the 2 draft strategies combined here, right? Best player available in drafting for needs. Some people will like one, some like the other. Personally, I think it's best when you add both to a class like they did. Some of these guys we're going to see right away, and others, well, they're going to have to develop to add some depth and serious talent down the road.
Big man showing up the yards. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Point after by Folk is up and good. And the Titans get it back to a 14-point game. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Packers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Motioning the tight end now. This finds Downs. And he'll get it up to the 44. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Forced out to his right. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We've got 2nd and 15. Love out of the shotgun. Taken in by Downs. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Go!
Love now. And the first down pass set away by a defender, incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Loves to throw again. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for Christian Watson that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
That's into the hands of Downs. Offense working quickly. Love throwing on 4th. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Quandre Diggs with the INT. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. So the turnover, Brock, is in turn turned over after pass interference on that play. This, our last play of the quarter.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet.
Okay, ready?
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Play fake. It's Love. He's got it near the 8. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Trying it again with Dillon. And it'll bring him down after an all-right gain. Love hustling everybody to the line. They'll go again with Dillon. And he's in for the touchdown. The Packers have likely locked up the win right there. A.J. Dillon, the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
On now is McManus to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Titans ready to take over on offense. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Levis here on 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On, Mike 49!
Levis now on 1st down. That throw finds Okonkwo. And they make the tackle at the 38.
Here we go.
Offense up to the line fast. Levis from the shotgun. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Has it in close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. Working quickly here. Levis now off the play fake. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Titans get it back to within 2 possessions. Calvin Ridley with the touchdown. Folk on now to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Titans get it back to a 14-point game. This one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here. And the Packers are able to recover the kick. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. They'll give this up the middle to Dillon. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. They get 6, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Packers looking at a 3-0 start to the season. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. They'll go from the gun with Lloyd. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Shotgun given out of Dillon. He's able to drive them forward into the red zone. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now it's Dillon. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. The Titans call their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that play. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 6.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you could be a Pro Bowler.
And And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. We've got 3 on the run. That's going to bring up 4th and 4. They can let the clock run out here, but let's see if they resist the temptation to add on 3 more instead. The kick by Folk is good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
We got ourselves a 3-score game now after that make. It's got to feel like it's going to just about do it with any hopes of a comeback still smoldering. I think these kickers enjoy those opportunities, Kate, to be the one to kick this lead out of range.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. All right, one more snap to play here.
49, Mike 49.
One final shot here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And they're continuing to survive among the final remaining unbeaten teams across the NFL, as they're now up to a 3-0 start. With Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are your winners as we say goodbye from Nashville.
It's week 4 of the National Football League, and we'll see Jordan Love. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense making their way out behind their former number 3 overall pick, who spent his last year as a 49er. It's Sam Darnold.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 14 carries, 51 yards.
It's been a strong season for him thus far, sitting currently 7th in the NFL in rushing. He gives our offense really good flexibility because if he's gashing a defense, they can ride him to an early lead. But the defense sells out to stop him, that opens up their passing game.
Here's Darnold. That's caught. The ball comes out. And the Packers pick it up. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So the Packers make their way out for the first time, and it's Jordan Love that has the keys to the car here in his 5th season as a pro and 2nd as a starter.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Let's go now.
They got the fumble recovery. Now here's Love to pass. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Love. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. That's complete to Wicks. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. To the air again, Love. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Ready?
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon, trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Isaiah Simmons, boy, he can move all over the field, and he gets a tackle for loss there. The Packers hit 3-0 here in the month of September, and they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Love looking to throw it. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
To throw now. Here's Love. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here we go, set, go.
Love now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Love with a give to Dillon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
Come on, set.
Throwing. Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. 7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here we go, set. Set.
Up the middle, Jones. He takes this for 3 to the 29. You look at this Packers defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. From the 50, it's Darnold. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Love. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. As they've got it as we resume action. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Now Love. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now it's Darnold. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple. An inside give to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So here are the Packers now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 9. Love, he's going to change the play here.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Eluding the pressure right.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Love from the gun. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Going back to Love.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw again. And he slings one that's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
The short throw to Musgrave. He's got room to roam.
And finally wrestled down at the 11.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Again, he'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll check it down, complete to Dillon. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. And they're going to speed things up here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Love.
A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
Lloyd is in. Touchdown, Packers. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the result, a Green Bay score.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. His throw incomplete. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Packer offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would. Success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Dillon will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
A.J. Dillon with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Love going to break the huddle. Lead the Packers up here 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. And that is incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
A short throw to Musgrave. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On play action. Love to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reed. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Open man is Musgrave, and he's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. Again, it's Love. Throw caught by Musgrave. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll run here with Dillon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Here's Darnold. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Darnold. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Now Darnold.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Taking it right down Broadway. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
But not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
McManus now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. And the football going back to the Vikings offense. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here we go, set.
Darnold now to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Here we go, set. Hey, set.
Back to throw, Darnold. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Here's Darnold. Over the middle and complete to Addison. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Again, it's Dillon. Escapes the defender. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running right, here's Dillon. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Here's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. Lloyd. And he gets it down to the 48. Enough for the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for Green Bay, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll drop down to 1-3, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.